Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejas Vaditamastu Visavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Padam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam Chahastamalakam Chashishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Karamanyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidparam Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham Jnate vastunnapi balavati vasananadiresha Karta bhokta pyahami dridha yasya samsara hetu Tam drishtya pratyak drishtyaatmani nivasata swapaneya prayatnat muktim prapustadiha munayo vasana tanavam yat. Please mark this as a very important verse. The reason why it is important is it shows the importance of Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam nitaram dhyadum icha nididhyasa. Nitaram at all times, dhyadum to meditate, icha desire, and that is what is called Nididhyasanam. And why that is specifically mentioned is Anadi Vasana Prabhalyatvat. The power of Vasana is not to be taken too lightly. And the Vasanas are of various kinds. That is what we are going to see today. But what it essentially says is Jnate api, Atmanam jnate api. Even as one knows the Atman, here it says Jnate vastuni api. Balavati vasana. Strong are the vasanas. Esha anadi. This is anadi, beginningless. Kena rupena bhati vasana karta bhokta ahamiti. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, ityadi rupena vasana bhati. Asya samsara hetuhu dridha. Dridha samsara hetuhu. It is indeed a strong cause for samsara. So, study of scriptures intellectually is done intellectual appreciation is there, we are convinced, but that doesn't translate into any experience, so to say, of its experience in the form of release, freedom, where the mind spontaneously happy without hanging on to the problems of life, even though they are there, entanglements in the form of various preoccupations of the mind. These are all none other than the cause of all samsara. Samsara hetuhu anadi avasana. Another thing is vasana anadi. Why anadi? Because we do not know when it all began and how much is there, how many things are there, no idea. So then solution is also given. Pratyak drishtya, by turning our attention from all other things other than Atman, Atmani sada nivasata, by staying in the Atman, sa vasana prayatna tapaneya. With effort one has to overcome this. Prayatnam vina na apanayanam apaniyate. Prayatnam vina na sambhavati na apaniyate. Vasana na apaniyate. The vasana cannot be or would not be removed without prayatna. इस यहाँ पे प्रयत्न क्या है? आत्मनिष्ठा एव प्रयत्न. Abiding in the self is a prayatna. Why it is prayatnam? Because it is not our natural swabhav of the mind. Indriyani tada manaha sada pravritti marge eva gachanti. The mind and senses are always in pravritti. Even daily life, it is on the pravritti marga only, morning till evening. Only nivritti is shupti. Sleep only is a nivritti. Only in sleep we see some nivritti. And the moment we wake up, it becomes pravritti. Pravritti nivrittiyoho antaram samadhi. Between the pravritti and nivritti is a samadhi. In the form of nivritti, that is upasamharanam. Karana upasamharanam sushuptihi. Karana pravrittihi antakarananam pravrittihi bahi indriyanam pravrittihi jagrat svata swapna. So pravritti is during waking and dream. And nivritti, which is happening in the withdrawal of the mind and senses, is in sushupti, deep sleep. Tayoho madhye, between these two, what? Pravritti nivrityoho madhye. What should happen? Neither mind is in the state of waking or dream where it is running behind the senses and the mind, nor it is completely withdrawn and merged into Anandamaya Kosha of Sushupti. That is where the Nididhyasa. So that is what called Pratyak Drishti. Atmani Vasanam. Nidaram Sthanam. Staying there. And that is called Muktihi. What is Muktihi? Vasana Tanavam Muktihi. Reduction of the vasanas is called mukti. As we all know, that karma vasanas and karma phalas, results of action as well as inclination to action, these two are those which are keeping us busy. Karma phala in the form of situations in our life, karma vasanas are in the form of wanting to experience those situations. If there is a Rasgulla in front of me, it's a Prarabdha. No, I didn't ask for it, but somebody thought that I want it. They brought it and put it in front of me. Right? That's Prarabdha. That is my karma phala. Indirectly, it is action done by me at some point of time. It is coming to appear in the form of a Rasgulla. Now, Vasana is what? Wanting to enjoy that. So, what is your volition there? What is your prayatna? Nahi chahiye. Ye prayatna hai. I mean, just giving a simple example. That is called Purushartha. Purusharthameva prayatna. And our Purushartha changes according to our knowledge. Correct? If I do not have Atmajnanam, why should I, or if I do not have desire for moksha, will I stop eating that? And let us say, I'm not diabetic, let us say, I'm not, okay. So, what would, or even I'm not unhealthy that I cannot eat that. Would I stop it? What will stop me? Nothing will stop because it's there and I'm healthy enough to eat and I want to eat. So one should become aware that repeating experiences of one's own choice is only strengthening the vasana. What we call it as a habit is nothing but repetitive action, right? Habits are not one day born, they are repetitive action. So repeatedly engaging in that, later on we can't even stop it. Even when I come to know that I can no more eat because of my physical condition, health, ill health, so to say. But I can't stop. This is what happens to people. When moksha is not the goal of life, unless they are suffering some kind of a real disease, until then they won't stop. One of our Swamiji said, disease is a blessing, but then only you stop doing things. People don't stop indulging unless they are hit by some disease. So Bhagavan takes care of it by giving you disease also. So by giving you diabetes, you should understand Bhagavan wants me to stop eating all these things. And don't consider it as a curse. Consider it as a blessing. So that he is cautioning you. Don't do this. So prayatnat eva apanayanam bhavati. Apaneya. Prayatnat apaneya. And here it is not just the indriya nigrahanam. Pratyak drishtya atmani nivasata. So because somebody asked me this question, nitidhyasanam without jnanam is sambhavati va na sambhavati va. Without knowledge can you do practice of this kind of meditation? Not possible, because first of all, withdrawal can easily take place by practice. But where do you focus? Otherwise you go to sleep. It is like your children are wanting to play on the playground, and it is raining. So what do? Video games. See, the child cannot be stopped. You cannot ask him to go to sleep also. That fellow just woke up and he's full of energy. He had one bowl full of cereal which is full of sugar. That fellow wants to engage in some action, and externally it is cold or snowing or raining or whatever it is. What do? That fellow needs to be engaged because he is engaged. Anyway, if you don't understand what I'm saying, he's engaged, therefore he wants to be engaged. But if you say don't do anything, what will you do? Either he'll get very agitated, or probably you have to put him to sleep. Put him to sleep means put him to go to sleep, not put him to sleep. Put him to sleep also is another, usage there. So you have to use, this is mind is lame like this. It has to stay somewhere. And if you don't know where, then what will you do? So Atmani Nivasata Prayatnat Apanaya. And when that attempted practice is done again and again and again and again, then Vasanatanavam Bhavati. Vasanani, all this, the Vasanas become Tanu. Tanu means thin, weakened. Vasana Kshayam. Vasana Kshayam eva moksha. So that is why it says, that is called Muktihi. Munayah Shastrartha Mananashilaha Vahuhu Prahuhu Vasanatanavam Swakarya Anadayagatvam Anadayakatvam Shastrartham Swakarya Anadayakatvam. So not allowing it to have its own ways of doing things. Anutkatatvam. Anutkatatvam natikshnam. It will not become intense. Intense demand won't be there. Yat tadeva loke shastreva munaya shastrarthamashilaha muktim prabhu. So that is what is so said in the second verse of this Vivekachoodamani as Brahmatmana samstiti muktim prakuttati munayo. So what is called in that second verse, what did he say? Jantonam narajanmadulbam adapamsam tato viprata tasmat Vaidika dharma marga parda vidvatvam asmat param atmanatma vivechanam sanubhavo brahmatmana samtihi. Then that is called muktihi. And it has come from many, many lives of practice. Apunyir vina labhyate. Bahujanma krita punyai vina labhyate. So the Pradibande sati pratyak drishtya atmani nivasaha na sambhavati iti tat pradishbandam tan nirasopa upayam cha karunanidhi bhagavan vistarena upadishati. Because even as one attempts to remain in the self, there are many, many vignas, pratibandhas will come. Obstacles. Pratibande sati pratyak drishtya atmani nivasaka na sambhavati. Because of the obstacles, it is not possible. Tat pratibandham tad nirasa upayam. What are the pratibandhas? What are the obstacles? And how they can be overcome. This out of compassion, Karunanidhi Bhagavan Shankaracharya here, Vistarena Upadishati. In detail, he handles this. Gurudev writes a beautiful commentary on this point. He says, by studying Shastras and learning to argue, you may have a very good opinion of yourself. But interesting is, but the people around you will understand you exactly as you are. But Gurudev, with no mixing up any words, he clearly says, Jo aapka man mein hai about you is different from what others think about you. Definitely. You may think you are a scholar, you know Atmajnanam and all that. But the vasanas are very powerful. Even though you have studied the Shastras, you will not be able to express the perfection that you know yourself to be. it will be sullied by the stink of your vasanas. Your own stink of your vasanas will exhibit who you are really. Even though you may be a scholar, it is as much as a lung specialist smoking. Does it not happen? Or a liver specialist drinking. Does it not happen? A police officer thieving. Does it not happen? A judge being corrupt. All these are all to show that what you know is different from what you do. Your vasanas will surely, that easily it won't go. It will be there and it will be again acting against your knowledge. And people know you by your behavior at different situations and not what you have as your knowledge. Right? There is a big gap between these two, which alone can be overcome. So as a result, the identification with the mind and the intellect will continue, and the attitudes of doership and enjoyers will maintain themselves in your bosom. The vanity of agency and enjoyership is essence of the ego. So therefore he says, we must make an effort and learn to give up the I do mentality. Nobody can help us do it. Each one must struggle for himself. This liberation is not afterwards, somewhere at some distant time. It is right here and now, in this very world, in this very body. This liberation is gained by the contemplative masters. So what are the various obstacles that come on the way when you attempt to remain as abiding in the self? Aham mameti yo bhavaha dehakshadavanatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyah vidusha swatmanishtaya aham mameti yo bhavaha dehakshadavanatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyah vidusha swatmanishtaya. Aham mameti bhavaha yaha. Where aham mameti, I and my are, where is it located? Deha, aksha, adi, ado, anatmani. Deha, aksha, ado. Body, senses. Here aksha means all the senses. Ado. In what? Anatmani, in essential, in that which is not the self, in all that, aham mama iti bhavaha asti. And vidusha nirastavyaha yaha. Ayam vidusha ayam adhyasaha nirastavyaha. Tavya pratyaya, to be done. So adhyasa nivritti nididhyasanena. The word is very interesting. Nididhyasa, adhyasa. Adhyas means what? Superimposition, we have seen. What I am not, I think I am. What I am, I think I am not. Such a totally opposite of what it is. Rope I don't see, I see the snake. And snake is mistaken to be real. What is not seen, what is not is seen. So this way, adhyasaha ayam nirastavyaha vidusha. Swatmanishtaya nirastavyaha. Swatmanishtaya. So, if somebody says, I do not know what is the nature of Atman, etc., but can I do meditation? This is where we have to insist about jnanat dhyanam vishishyate, no doubt. But jnanam vina dhyanam na vishishyate. See, even though Bhagavan said, abhyasat, nani, shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. Mere practice, compared to mere practice, jnanam vishishyate. Knowledge is better than mechanical, unintelligent practice. But dhyanam is better than jnanam. Only when after jnanam, the dhyanam should take place. Otherwise, you say, okay, dhyan abhyasa, jnanam is better. Then jnanam is better. Why not you go from abhyasa to dhyanam straight, without jnana? Don't bypass that. You have to overcome mere practice by intelligently understanding why you are doing this or what purpose you are doing that. But just merely understanding is enough, but you have to do the practice of meditation. So here jnana dhyanam visishyate, when Bhagavan says jnana anantaram, jnana utpatti anantaram, jnana prapti anantaram, dhyanam kartavyah, nididhyasanam kartavyah. Because only by jnanam you know that there is adhyasa. Is it not? Otherwise, you know self, I know what is happening, but where it is? Kahan pe hai? Say, somewhere it is there. One should understand it is a mistake. Adhyasa. I am misunderstanding. That misunderstanding should be understood. That adhyasa hai, adhyas mein kiya. I have done the adhyasa unintelligently, mistaking one to be another. This knowledge should take place properly. That adhyasa should go away through nididhyasana. Because it's a habit. As much as adhyasa is a habit, an intelligent practice of nididhyasana meditation can overcome that. Therefore, vidusha swatmanishtaya adhyasa ayam nirastavya. So, deha akshado akshani indriyani adipadena prana mana buddhyadi tatra aham mama idiyo bhavaha ahantama madatyartaha ayam adhyasaha vidusha sravanamananavasha tamannavata purusha shrestena swatmanishtaya swatmani brahmani nitaram sthitirupa nididhyasanena nirastavya stula jatam hantavya ityartha. So that should be overcome by after learning through Shravana Manana, etc. Shravana Manana will lead you to Nididhyasanam. Shravanat yat ajnadam jnatam bhavati. Mananat sarva samshayaha. Samshaya vinashti takes place. Samshaya vinashti sambhavati. Tadanantaram atma aham iti sada nishta eva nididhyasanam. Tada eva tad abhyasena eva adhyasaha ajnanakrita adhyasaha nirastavyaha. So by listening, I come to understand what I don't know. By reflection, and what reflection is that? Shruti yukta, Shruti yukta yukti bihi. With the methodology of thinking as prescribed by the Shruti, not on your own. Naisha tarkena madirapanaya, not by mere logic. Jnatva sampratyagatmanam buddhi tad vritti sakshinam sohamityeva sadbuddhya अनात्मन्यात्ममदिं जहि ज्ञात्वा स्वं प्रत्यगात्मानं बुद्धितस्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं सोऽहमित्येव सद्वृत्त्या अनात्मन्यात्ममदिं जहि. That ana is added, so that's why the meter looks like not correct, but when you read it together, you will understand that it is merged, that is merged. Sohamityeva satvrityanatmanyatmadim tarhi jahi. It will become atmamadim jahi. Anatmani atmamadim jahi. That's the main point. That which is not you, remove that notion that it is you. जो आप नहीं है उसमें अहंताम त्यज. What I am not, I should not mistake it to be me. So what it is I am not? That which is nothing other than matter and also temporary, impermanent, subject to change, jada vastu, kshetram. Swam pratyagatmanam jnatva, not jnatvam, no, it's printing mistake is there in CCMT. Swam pratyagatmanam jnatva. What is that pratyagatma? Buddhi tadvritti sakshinam atmanam. So how to know who I am? That which even looks at your thought. That's what you are. आप कौन है? आप कौन हो? Right? मैं तो साक्षी हूँ, वृत्ति साक्षी हूँ. I am the one who witnesses even the thoughts in my mind. You don't need to go too far away. So if I am angry, if I am happy, I am unhappy, shift your attention to the one who knows that you are happy or unhappy. Not you the unhappy or unhappy. He the one who knows that you are happy or unhappy. That's how it internalize it. Slowly, slowly, you have to withdraw from the thought of unhappiness or happiness to the one who is aware of that state of happiness or unhappiness. That is the practice. That's called pratyak drishti. So, I witness my thought. I am angry. I am aware of that thought of anger. I am happy. I am aware of the thought I am happy. I am upset. I am aware of the thought I am upset. This constantly recognizing that presence, which is sakshi of the buddhi vritti. Saha aham iti. That is what I am. Eva sat vrittya atma vrittya anatmani atma buddhim jahi. Remove your identification, which is very strong. So, because this practice is not taught to us by any other subject that we learn in this world. Right? Everything is about everything else other than oneself. We know everything else except ourselves. That is a very wonderful thing. Wonderful foolishness is that. We know everything else except ourselves. So here, swam buddhi tadvritti sakshinam pratyagatmanam jnatva satvritya sohamityeva kalatrayepi bada ayogyatva ayogya vastu abeda jnana. Kalatrayepi bada ayogya. Bhadanam is to falsify, to neglect. It is unneglectable, unfalsifiable presence. Abeda jnanena, non-different from oneself. Anatmani buddhyadau atmamatim ahantammatim nashaya. Okay. What are the various ways we are influenced to think that I am my body, I am my mind, I am my thoughts, etc.? Call. So, what are the various ways we are dragged into the world? It's very interesting that he puts this here. लोकानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा
लोकानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा
त्यक्त्वा देहानुवर्तनम्
देहानुवर्तनं
शास्त्रानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा
शास्त्रानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा
स्वाध्यासापनयं कुरु
स्वाध्यासापनयं कुरु
लोकानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा देहानुवर्तनं शास्त्रानुवर्तनं त्यक्त्वा स्वाध्यासापनयं कुरु. त्यक्त्वा, having given up, what? Loka anuvartanam. Yehi hai. This is where he nails on your head. What is loka anuvartanam? Huh? See, in Sadhana Panchakam, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Janakrupa Naishturyam Utsrujyata. So people may sometime appreciate what you're doing, or sometimes they will criticize what you're doing. Don't care about these things. Kripa Naishturyam Tyajet. So in this world, anything you do also people criticize or praise. Don't do also people criticize or praise. दोनों होता है. So iti dehe aham madir ujjatam iti cha. And also he has said dehe aham madir ujjatam in sadhana panchakam. So, and shastra anuvartanam. What is loka anuvartanam? Janakripa naishturyam. Tat tyajet. Tyaktva. And then deha anuvartanam. Earlier also it is said deham aham iti mati ujjatam. Shastranuvartanam kim? What is that which is called anuvartanam? Accordingly, according to Shastra, meaning Nama moksha prayojaga grantha parisheelanam vina itara grantha adhyayanadikam dridadaram karmashu santajjadam iti upadeshena abudesha anusarena shastrapadam karma shastraparam va. Shastra anuvartanam means, unfortunately it is true, but people are so busy in doing all sort of rituals and this and that, and so many different things can keep you occupied. Even Shastra and Shastra Anushtanas also will keep you occupied. Paradosha. I have to go to the temple. I have to do that. I have to do this. I have to cook. Mainly it is what? Prasad karna hai. आज इतना समय अब इसमें निकलता है. Right? And so even so all this connected to karma shastra. And Bhagavan has given very clearly in Sadhana Panchakam, karmashu santyajyatam. Karmani ashu santyajyatam. All the karmas ashu quickly santyajyatam. That which does not relate to moksha, please don't do it. Even if it is said in the Shastra. Shastra means Karma Shastra. Because it can be done as an upasana, and if the upasana is done only for the sake of chitta shuddhyartha, not Ishvara prityartha. ईश्वर मुझे प्यार देता है, उसको लिए हम कुछ करना है. Yeah, do it. But then don't lose the focus there. Let us say that you are making a halwa for, because it is halwa Bhagavan wants, So halwa is actually, from Islamic generations it came. Halwa is not Indian. So, but वो ये देवी है ना उसका हलवा चाहिए, चलो करो फिर. So halwa, but you instead of sugar you put salt. Whatever reason, you forgot. And people ate it and looked at you strangely. What kind of prasad आपने बनाया? बहुत तुक हो रहा है. क्यों? Because and whole night you don't sleep. So even those actions which you may think it is for the sake of the Bhagavan also can cause sukha dukkam to you. Bhagavan is not a dukhi because he didn't even look at what you gave. Thank God he doesn't eat. So, and study of any other subjects which are not connected to moksha also give up. Shastra itara grantha adhyanadikam dritataram tyaja. So, tatrayam tektva, leaving these three. What is lokanuvartanam, dehanuvartanam, shastranuvartanam tektva, swa adhyasa apanayam kuru. Engage in removing your superimpositions. Remove your misunderstanding. Focus on that. मैं जो मानता हूँ मैं, वो मैं नहीं हूँ. What I'm thinking that I am is not me. That's not me. In this way, one has to do the adhyasa apanayam. Continuing, he says, Lokavasanaya jantoho
लोकवासनया जन्तोः
Shasravasanaya vicha
शास्त्रवासनयापि च
Dehavasanaya jnanam
देहवासनया ज्ञानम्
Yatavannaiva jayate.
यथावन्नैव जायते
Lokavasanaya jantoho Shastravasanaya picha Dehavasanaya jnanam Yatavannaiva jayate. Jnanam yatavat na eva jayate. Jnanam yatavat jnanam na jayate. Yatartha jnanam tattva jnanam na jayate. True knowledge of the reality will not happen if you are too interested in लोग क्या कहेंगे. इसमें हम डूब जाते हैं. We are so caught up in this idea, लोग क्या कहेंगे, what the world will say. सर्वे जनाः, all people, yatam na mam na nindanti yata stuvanti tadeva sarvada charishyami iti abhiniveshaha. Abhiniveshaha means living, loving or liking to exist. What? The way people will praise me, I will do things. And what people would say, criticize, I won't do that. Yata mam na nindanti. The way people do not criticize me. Yata stuvanti. People, the way they praise me. Tasvada charishyami. I'm telling you, most 99.9% of the people do things only because people want it that way. Are you good or you want to be seen as good? On our own, we are never good. If nobody watches, we'll never be good. I read an interesting story, very interesting. Yesterday only. So, this one ship was going, or not ship, one small boat, and got marooned finally. That's right, marooned, that's the word they say. And there were two islands. One island, one fellow got on to, and then the boat drifted to, and then other island, other fellow went. Two different islands. So the person in the island number one, uh, he was just really desperate. Things are not happening. I mean, things are going, what mistakes I've done, oh Lord, why are you putting me in this place? There's nobody there, nothing is there. So, what do I do now? Only pray. So, he had something to eat. So, he was just praying. I wish I find the right kind of wood so that I can build my own hut here. So, he prayed, prayed, prayed. The next day when he was walking, somebody had sometime had similar situation and there was a hut there. I don't need even build. It's already there. So he went there and he was comfortable. Then he started to pray. Pray, 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 pray that I don't have any, weapons in case I need to kill the animals here. What do I eat otherwise? Fruits and vegetables are not to be seen in this island. But some wild animals are there, so I can kill and eat. So I wish I had some weapons. So he prayed, prayed, prayed. Next day when he was walking around in one small area, there was a mount, small little mount kind of thing, something buried. You opened that, you found all the swords, etc. Wow, the people who were there before, they had left it there. So now I could find it, Bhagavan's grace. And so he started to live there. And he saw at the opposite island, that fellow was not doing anything. Neither he had a hut, nor he was doing any of this hunting or anything. He was just sitting in one corner on rock and he was sitting and meditating. He said, "Oh, useless fellow. He doesn't know. He should pray. At least he would get something. Even prayer he doesn't do." Then after some time he said, "I wish some ship comes and rescue me. How long I can stay here?" He prayed and prayed and prayed. One day he saw a ship coming there. Bhagavan's grace. So he bent up again as the ship started coming. He started to thank Bhagavan. Bhagavan, you listen to all my prayers. Great. So he got onto the ship and the ship had nobody there. The ship was drifting there and then it came. He was only one person who could be there. Ship in the sense a boat maybe, a sailing boat. He got onto the sailing boat and started rowing. So suddenly the rowing was happening but it was not moving. Why? Why it's not moving? Then there was a voice. It said, "Why are you not taking the other person with you?" He said, if he wanted, you would have given him by even, if he had prayed, he would have got it. I prayed and I got it. Let him pray, then let him get it. He also is praying. How do you know he's not praying? He said, why? I don't think he's praying. I can see him in the same condition from the day he came. Nothing has happened. I don't think he's praying. He has been praying very intensely. How do you know? I know, obviously. The voice said, because I am the one who's provided you all the things that you wanted. Okay. So what did he pray? He said, the voice said, he prayed that you get everything you want. So Mahatmas are like that. So that Mahatma was praying for you. So here we see we are constantly into according to the world what I should do, according to the world what I should not do. Our prayer is always about me, 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 me. Right? So here you see, Sarve Janaha मां न निन्द यथा मां न निन्दन्ति यथा स्तुवन्ति तथा एव सर्वदा चरिष्यामि इति अभिनिवेशः लोक दिस् इस् काल्ड् लोकवासना इयं वासना अत्यन्तं परिधिबन्धिका दिस् इस् द ग्रेटेस्ट् obstacle तथा केनापि स्थातुम् अशक्यत्वात् this padibandika, this particular obstacle, you cannot stop. Nobody can withstand this. Why is he saying that? Idam tu jivan mukti viveke vasana kshaya prakarane vidyaranya guru charanaihi vistarena upapadidam. This particular topic is being very elaborately explained by Vidyaranya, Swami Vidyaranya, who is also Shankaracharya of Sringeri Mutt, in his composition on Jivan Mukti, Vivek. And there he writes, Kolo kamaradayitum samartaha, who can really satisfy the world? Vidyatena kalu kaschidupayah sarvaloka paritoshakaro yah sarvada swahitamacharaniam kim karishyami jano bahujalpa. Vidyatena kalu kaschidupayah. Nobody knows the method. What? Sarvaloka paridoshakarah yah. There's nobody in this world who will know how to make everybody happy. Sarvaloka paritoshakarah yah upayam na kalu vidyate kastit. Nobody knows. And interesting thing is sarvada swahidam acharaniyam. Therefore, do things which will be for your growth. Kim karishyati janaha bahujalpaha. Who will stop the world who is constantly talk? Log kahenge. This lokavasana is what is to be avoided. Because you can never ever satisfy everyone, and there is nobody knows how to satisfy anyone. So in that, don't waste time. Do things that will for your self-growth. This is very important. Adayeva tulyanandastudihi bhagavad bhakta ityuktam gitaya. Tulyanindastutir moni santutto yena kenachit anikeda stiramadihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Who is a bhaktiman? Who is same in tulya, same in ninda and stuti. He doesn't, not that he doesn't care, but he doesn't take it too seriously about those things. हाँ, लोग कहेंगे, लोग के काम है कहना. If you go on dancing according to others' needs, you will never be able to satisfy, and you will be stuck. So this loka vasana should be avoided. Next one is shastra vasana. Loka vasana ya jantoho shastra vasana ya picha. Shastra vasana kim, what is that? Trivida shastra vasana. 3 types of shastra vasanas are there. Patavyasanam, shastra vyasanam, anushtana vyasanam chaiti. Vyasanam, difficulty. Difficulty in study, difficulty in excellence or efficiency in the study, or competitiveness, or what you call as becoming an expert in what you have learned. And third one is anushtana, practice. Shastra vasana is of 3 kinds. One is study, second is to become an expert, third one is to practice. In all the 3 there is vyasanam. And example is Bharadwaja, Durvasa, Dashura Drishtantaihi. Dashura Drishtantaihi. There are 3 examples are given. It is said Bharadwaja had not wanted to study so much, but there is so much to study, he couldn't finish in one life, he couldn't finish in second life, he couldn't finish in third life. So he asked his guru to give him a fourth life. Even then he couldn't finish. Because there is no end. There's no end in study. You can keep on studying. You search and then go research also. Permanent head damage will take place afterwards. That's called PhD. Keep on doing and doing. There's no end. There are some people who are so fond of it, never want to leave the university. This is, so there is Bharadwaj. And Durvasas. Durvasas, he was also no doubt he wanted to study and he wanted to become scholar and he didn't want anybody else to become better than him. Because scholars are like that, they are afraid of other scholars. So they want to be better than all others. So there's competition all the time. So, and he used to carry so many books with him all the time. So in the Swargaloka, they have named him as donkey, because carrying so much of load of books on him. He became ridiculed as the one who is too much into this study and loading up his head with so much of information. He become arrogant also. That's why Durvasas, smelling bad because he has no time to even take bath, probably studying all the time. And the third one is Dashura. The Dashura is again another student of Shastra, and he wanted to practice, and that practice requires him to be in a clean place, like it is said in Gita also. Vivikta deshe sukha, no, Vivikta desha sevitvam aradirjana samsati. So he wanted to go to a place of solitude and practice his austerities, but the interesting thing is he went all over the place. He could never find own place. He was so frustrated. That is called the state of Anushtana Vyasanam. So Bharadwaja Rishi had Pata Vyasanam, Durvasa Rishi Shastra Vyasanam, and Dashura had Anushtana Vyasanam. That's why they are quoted as the Drishtanta. Jivan Mukti Viveke Supavadita. So it is very clearly explained there. Evam Dehavasana api Atmatva Guna Adana Dosha Apanayana Bhrantibihi Trivida Ityadina Nivritta. Trivida, right? So Atmatva Guna Adana Dosha Apanayana Bhrantibihi Trivida Ityadina Nivritta. Tadeva we'll see that more of that. Tisrubihi Iterabihi Vasanabihi Jnanam Yatavan Neva Jayate. So again there are three kinds of Atmatva Guna Adana Dosha Apanayana. This way. Deha Vasanas. So we'll see more of that in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyat Dukkha Bhaveet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.